Let's jump to Adam in Pennsylvania. Adam, you're on the air.
Hey, Jason.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I can't kill goats by staring at them, but I have some earthly things I'd like to talk to you about.
Have you ever heard of that series, by the way, Crazy Rulers of the World?
Yeah, I have heard of that stuff.
Have you seen it? I mean, it's available on YouTube. You can get it on a torrent site. See, that's why I love the internet, because without the internet, I wouldn't even know that existed. It was only aired overseas. And when you watch the 3-part series, the first part is dedicated to the 1st Earth Battalion, mind powers, and that sort of thing. The second one is all about overseas torture. And the really interesting thing about the overseas torture is the way that they're torturing these people in Gitmo and other places is that they are literally putting bags over their head. Is everybody hearing that in my headphones? All right, never mind. Literally putting bags over people's heads and then playing Mr. Rogers' theme music and Barney, I love you, you love me, we're a happy family, while they're being tortured and basically their senses are being deprived. I mean, I encourage people to go check that out big time. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely sick. But, here's the thing I wanted to call you about. I've been wanting to call you about this for a while, and after hearing you on the Alex Jones show yesterday, I decided tonight was probably a good night to do it. I know you would know as well as anyone from personal experience with, with researching 9/11, and you go up to people and try to talk to them about it, especially people in the media, and they kind of, poo-poo it, but you know that they haven't really dug into the evidence, and that's what's so frustrating about it, but they're so confident. But, see, the thing is that I'm kind of bothered because I'm actually having that experience with you right now, and I'm usually in agreement with you on practically everything.
What's this on the Pentagon? Are you the guy that posted on my MySpace earlier after calling today?
No, I've never called, I've never posted anything. But,
okay.
But I did hear that call yesterday that somebody called in.
Uh-huh.
And you may not know, but the reason that I'm guessing the reason that he probably called, I don't know the guy. I'm guessing that he probably called because there's a new short that CIT released with Lloyd England.
No, I did. I saw someone did post that on my MySpace, and admittedly, I have not watched that yet. But I can assure you, I have watched the other stuff. I'm going to watch it. All right, I have watched the other stuff. The thing is that I can only take eyewitness testimony so far. People get things wrong, man. And I'm not saying that everybody gets things wrong and that we shouldn't take eyewitness testimony. I'm just saying I need a little more hard evidence. Again, I spent a week with those guys in the Sheraton Hotel conducting a lot of those interviews. You know what I mean? And I'm just not willing to put myself out on a limb and say this definitely happened when I can't prove it to myself. And, again, is there conflicting eyewitness testimony? You bet there's conflicting eyewitness testimony. On top of that, until I get to see more video evidence, I think we're up to something like 6 or 8 different videos of what happened at the Pentagon.
It's up to 13 eyewitnesses from all different angles. I don't know if you've seen the guys from the ANC. You have Sean Boger, who was in the heliport tower right next to the alleged impact spot. They all corroborate the people that were at the gas station in the original Pentagon video. And then they also have a guy named Roosevelt Roberts Jr., who saw the plane flying away afterwards. He was in the Pentagon, and he heard and felt the explosion. He took 7 steps to the loading dock, looked up, he saw a large commercial airliner no more than 100 feet off the ground flying away. I mean,
all right, here's another thing, though, man. I mean, I don't want to get involved in another Sam Danner situation. Do you remember Sam Danner? Do you know who he is? All right. No. Let me tell you how this went down. Okay, all of a sudden, there's this report that this guy who, had all sorts of credentials, he's a military guy, he was around the Pentagon at the time, the whole nine. Now, he says that he saw the missile hit the Pentagon. Literally says it, okay? Now, immediately, I say, I don't know about this, Dylan. I don't know if we can take this guy's word for it. And, I got contacted by the Alex Jones show, all this other stuff. He ended up going on the Alex Jones show, telling his story, claiming that he saw a missile hit the Pentagon. He later completely retracted his story. He was nowhere near the Pentagon at the time. He was suffering from some kind of mental illness at the time. He had all these military credentials. He sounded credible. But he gave a bogus story. As soon as you latch onto those bogus stories, people come to try to discredit you. And, listen, I'm just saying that the original... Let me just finish. And I'll even hold you over to the other side, all right? I'm just saying I saw the original Lloyd England interview. I was there with the Shinky brothers. And, alls I know is there was probably a plane on the scene of that Pentagon. What happened from there, I don't know. My guess, my guess, from all the evidence that I've seen, is I believe that a drone hit it and it was, had a missile attached or some kind of incendiary device. That's the way it was able to pierce 3 of the rings and also take down the light poles. But I'm going to get your end on the other side. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas, prisonplanet.tv, Infowars.com.